Hey, YOUGH. This is just a short video reviewing some of the key concepts of the Z channel Boof. One key concept is momentum. If you notice where Jackson is in the flow here, you can also see he's using his forward stroke here on the left, on the right, and then repeating his boof stroke on the right to maintain momentum in the main flow. Second key concept is placement. That means two things to me. If you notice where Jackson is, he's in the main flow, like I mentioned, for momentum. His proximity to that rock gives him access to his landing zone. In other boofs, that might mean being able to launch off the rock or being in a deeper part of where the water flows over a ledge or a bigger drop. Finally is timing. The timing of the stroke is also important. Notice where Jackson is placing his stroke. He is fully in the catch there, approximately half a boat length from what I would think of as the lip of the drop. In my mind, that stroke could be placed a little later, generating bow lift more as the bow is actually over the seam here. Also want to talk about some key concepts of the boof stroke itself. The boof stroke itself has a vertical paddle shaft. In this case, one of the things you can see is Jackson's top hand coming across his body so that both hands are over the water. Additionally, an effective boof stroke is a long stroke. Jackson's stroke here goes in at his toes. He gets full blade insertion mid-shin-ish, and that stroke extends to or even a little bit past his hip with some good torso rotation. Third key concept is edging. If you notice, Jackson here is edging towards the side that he's paddling on. That's going to help get the bow nice and high. And then as he crosses the seam of the hole, or as his hips come over the drop, his boat starts to flatten. You can also see his gaze start to move to where it's looking more at his landing, in this case an eddy, so his gaze is there. And then that allows him to have a pretty flat landing. Might even recommend lifting his left knee there. Look at that nice carving turn into that eddy. Could even sets him up potentially to do the attainment move there. The one thing that I think you could improve on here, Jackson, just looking at this top hand here, that's well above forehead level. If you were to flip in that position, I don't think you would have in this move, but if you were to flip in that position, your shoulder is not in a position of strength there. I also think that having that hand closer to your forehead here, especially as you're reaching towards your catch, moving that hand more towards your forehead will move this blade out to catch at or even beyond your toes for a nice long stroke. Okay, and let's watch it all put back together. You'll be able to see a couple different things. Jackson in the main flow, like we talked about before. I think I also mentioned that he takes 2 strokes in a row on his left side. That's perfectly reasonable. You don't need to alternate strokes every time, especially if your angle is where you want it. That allows him to have good placement and timing on his boof stroke on his left side, driving him right. Here it is in slow-mo. Enjoy. Nice one, Jackson. Thanks for the demo.